Telecom giants T-Mobile and Sprint are headed to Capitol Hill today. The wireless provider is looking to garner support for their proposed $26 billion merger. T-Mobile CEO John Legere and Sprint chairman Marcelo Clare making their case to the Senate Judiciary Antitrust Subcommittee. Joining us right now is the founder and former CEO of Boost Mobile USA, Peter Adderton. Peter, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You've been opposed to this merger. Tell us your concerns.
Yeah, I mean, the merger itself we're not fundamentally opposed to. It's just there are a huge amount of things that need to take place for this merger to go through. If you look at where Sprint and T-Mobile are today, this is really about Sprint struggling. This is not about, two powers coming together. This is not about 5G in the China race. This is really about SoftBank deciding that they no longer want to continue to invest in Sprint, that it hasn't worked out. So if you take that as the premise of why they're actually merging these two companies, because when you are left with 24% of a company, that's barely a merger. That's an acquisition. So that's T-Mobile effectively buying Sprint. So when you start looking at the trickle-down effect that it has, these two combined companies hold about 30 million prepaid customers. And prepaid customers are the ones that are yet to establish credit. So when I founded the Boost Mobile brand, we really found it, back then in 2001, it was only 49% market penetration. So there was still a huge amount of growth to go in the mobile business. You kind of fast forward where you are today, and there's well over 100% penetration. So these guys have been using prepaid to really grab these customers. So I'm concerned that the prices will go up. I haven't seen a merger where you sit there and you talk about the synergies and people employ more people and then they lower prices. I mean, both these companies, Sprint and T-Mobile, will have in excess of $75 billion of debt at the end of this. Their nearest competitor that's supposed to be driving the price is going to be the most indebted company in the world, which is AT&T. So I can't see how they're going to argue that they're going to lower prices when they're increasing their debt, and the average consumer is really going to pay for this. And then, as I said, the trickle-down effect is the independent wireless dealers. The guys who are actually out there and the girls that are selling these products every single day. They aren't company-owned stores.
Right.
They're real businesses. They're in the heartland of the country. They're in the areas where people are yet to establish credit, the poorer, lower-income areas where prepaid is really, really important. So that really needs to be addressed, and neither one of these CEOs have taken the time to actually address that. They don't even mention it in their 750-page report to the FCC. Don't even mention prepaid customers at all, and this is a huge chunk of America.
So, Peter, when I look at it, you have Verizon Wireless, you have AT&T Wireless, and now these two companies combining, I guess, would be the number 3 wireless provider in the country. Like, it seems like that's fair competition, and the hope would be that there would be lower prices for customers. Similar, like, I look at it the same as cable, where you've had a lot of consolidation, but ultimately my cable bill's going lower. My wireless bill hasn't gone up, I know that, but I hope through consolidation we actually get lower prices for consumers.
That would be a fair point if Verizon and AT&T were price leaders, but they're not. Verizon and AT&T have never been anyone. I mean, Verizon doesn't even play in the prepaid space at all. I mean, it's a very, very small part of their business. So I would argue that would be the case if you actually had 3 hard fight competitive brands, but you don't. The 2 brands that have brought the prices down to the levels that we're seeing right now are T-Mobile and Sprint. And in the prepaid segment, it's Metro PCS and the brand that I founded, Boost Mobile. And when you look at it, they're the ones that have actually driven the prices down, and they have forced Verizon and they have forced AT&T. I want to make it clear, I'm not against the merger, because the merger will take place no matter what, because I just don't see Sprint surviving through this if you've got an 84% shareholder who's literally not going to continue to invest in that company. All I'm saying is, if you're going to do it, and you're going to do it right. And this is the time I think the DOJ and the FCC have an opportunity to say, look, mergers happen. They happen all the time. But let's cut from the story and go to the reality of what's going to take place.
A simple solution would be spinning off one of the prepaid brands, right? And so is there an obvious buyer out there? Because that would be something that these two companies could do.
Absolutely, and I think that's the part that we're pushing for. And when I say spin off these brands, we mean selling 15 million customers. This is not just, hey, license the brand to somebody else and start from scratch. You need scale in this business. So this is actually T-Mobile and Sprint saying, okay, we acknowledge, and you're seeing that now, right, with the Disney-Fox deal, where Disney's coming out and they're already being proactive and saying we'll spin off certain assets in order to get that transaction done. Sprint and T-Mobile are saying nothing. And this is such a large part of the customers. I just don't see how that's reflective of how a transaction like this should take place.
Which is one reason you're asking lawmakers to implement price protections for mobile virtual network operations.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that they mentioned in the FCC report. I mean, they mentioned Charter and they mentioned Comcast and they mentioned a lot of the cable companies in the MVNO space, but a lot of people don't understand is you're literally wholesaling the carrier's network. So to argue that they're your competitor is really disingenuous, because they're not. The carrier has total control over that. And again, when I go back and look at the marketplace, if we had 3 solid brands that were fighting for each other at the end, then that argument would be there. But it's just simply not there. And they use the MVNOs, Google and Comcast and Charter. It just doesn't stack up because you still need those mobile networks, and those mobile networks control your pricing, your retail distribution. So I don't see how that's going to create, competition in the marketplace.
How do you think the backdrop changes now with AT&T and Time Warner getting together, Disney acquiring the Fox assets? Tell us what the whole media environment will look like in your view.
Well, I've been preaching for a long time that mobile and media are coming together, that distribution is, content is king and distribution is the emperor. So I've been pushing that a lot. I think when you look at the AT&T and Time Warner deal, and everyone came out, and I think Sprint's stock price soared, and so did T-Mobile, saying, okay, this is a free-for-all for mergers. I don't see that. I see that every merger is going to be looked at individually for the benefits and the issues that it causes for the consumer. So I'm not, wrapped up in that. I mean, you've got two businesses in AT&T and Time Warner, two outdated business models that are coming together to create what they consider to be an up-to-date business model. I don't see that. It's still the same people running it. These guys had 15 years to be disruptive. The consumers going forward, the young generation coming through, are not looking for AT&T to program my content. The reason why Netflix and Google and YouTube and these guys do so well is because the consumer has the choice. I think people want a choice, easy access to their content. And to argue that Facebook and Google is a reason to let that merger go through, to me was quite funny, considering we all know that Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these other different groups is your own content. It's not content being programmed, so it's very much a two-way experience, where when you look at the HBO and sports, etc., it's a one-way experience. So I think we're going to see more of that. I think it's wrong. I don't think that the reason for doing it, for the reasons they're putting forward, are right.
Right.
But
so do you think like an Apple comes in and tries to acquire content as well?
I actually think Apple comes in and buys AT&T. That's my long-term.
You think Apple buys AT&T?
I think distribution is absolutely going to be key, and I think that the announcement that the judge made when he made that impact on AT&T and Time Warner was you can take all your customers, your subscribers, and use that data along with the media content data, and you can create a very compelling ad platform. Well, what about Google? What about Amazon, and what about Netflix? They don't have that side of the business. They don't have the distribution side. What about Apple? So I think that if you take the exact argument that the judge used to approve that merger, then content companies need, like Apple, which is really effectively a distribution and content company, are going to need brands like AT&T, etc. So I actually see that in the long term of them actually buying those types of companies.
Wow, what do they have? $240 billion?
Plenty of money.
I think they could probably buy.
They can buy plenty.
I think they could buy all three of them and still have change to.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You think Apple acquires AT&T?
Yeah.
Wow, would that be sort of a sign of the times if that were to take place?
Yeah.
Peter, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Peter Adderton joining us there.